All right, so I want to go over you guys just very, very good, like not good copy, great copy. Okay, and I'm actually in Justin's coaching program. It's a lot of money for this, but I want to kind of review. Some of you guys kind of don't understand what great copy is, and you don't understand what's happening. So especially in my niche, the internet marketing niche, the internet marketing niche, the marketing niche, whatever. You get called quote unquote, you get called a quote unquote scammer by friends and family. So because you're marketing online and whatever, it comes with the territory. It is what it is. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But the thing is, this copy hits home because it's empathetic. You can feel for Justin. If you're a marketer, you've gone through this before as well. So you feel something and you connect more with the person. So he goes, you're just scamming people on the internet for money. I remember exactly where I was when my mom said these words to me. I had just graduated from college at Ohio State, and I was living off campus with four of my friends in a crummy apartment that I paid $250 a month for. So, people know about this. People can relate to this. Me personally, I can't. I never lived in a crummy apartment. My apartment's kind of nice, and I own the building, so there's a difference there. But a lot of people can relate to this. They're stuck in a crummy apartment. They pay $250 a month for, and there's a bunch of people in there. My room was basically a closet that had been converted into a bedroom for me. It wasn't much, but I was scraping by. At the time, I was making affiliate review pages on sites like Squidoo. One month I'd make $1,500, the next I'd make $2,000. I was able to pay my bills and not have to get a real job, so I was happy. However, my mother didn't see it that way. She wanted me to get a real job. She saw my friends taking jobs at law firms, accounting firms, and couldn't handle the fact that I didn't have a prestigious job that she could brag about. Now this right here, that happens to a lot of people in the marketing niche. If you wrote, and I'm gonna model this copy. I already told Justin this is great. I'm gonna put in my emails. I'm gonna test it out on Facebook. But this happens to a lot of people in the internet marketing niche where they're 20, 21, 22. A lot of their friends, they go get a job at a law firm, they go get a job in an accounting firm, and they're successful, even though they make like 40 G's a year or whatever. They have that title. So when they go to a party, oh yeah, I'm working at Ernst and Young or whatever it is. So this is hitting another pain point here. In her eyes, I was basically a bum who was going nowhere. But more importantly, she thought me not having a big, prestigious job reflected poorly on her. So there was a lot of resentment there. And that resentment between the two of us had been boiling up for months until one day it finally exploded. I was sitting in my living room talking to her on the phone, and she was nagging me nonstop about getting a real job. I told her I wasn't going to do that. I really think I can make this affiliate thing work. So I actually had the same exact conversation with my father when I was when I was trying to drop out of college, and I would argue with him all the time. Hey, Dad, I'm coming home. No, you're not. This thing is a fad. It's not going to work. Blah blah blah. And I would go back and forth and say with him, no, I'm going to make it work, Dad. Blah blah blah. I don't care how long it takes. So and this, I'm sure this happens to a lot of people. Okay, so you're building empathy right here. You feel for Justin because of you feel for him because you've probably been through it, especially if you're in the internet marketing niche. Maybe you dropped out of college or you quit your job or whatever. And if worst comes to worst, I'll get a job bartending and do this stuff during the day. I thought it seemed like a good plan, but she wasn't having any of it. She started to guilt trip me by saying her and my dad worked so hard to send me to college, and now I was wasting it all. Your dad works 12 hours a day in the 90-degree heat for you, and this is what you're doing. Blah, blah, heavy guilt trip. And then, she goes and says, you're just scamming people on the internet for money. So, and that's what in the back of a lot of people's minds, that's and I get it too, like, oh, you're scamming people on the internet for money. And And in the marketing niche, you get that. So as a marketer, you feel that and you're like, wow, like this guy understands me. He knows what I'm going through. And when you're able to write copy like this, you connect with people on another level. Okay, this email right here is gold, guys. It's gold. So, what are you talking about? I know what you're doing, the affiliate stuff. You're just scamming people for money. It's disgusting and you should be ashamed of yourself. I felt like a knife had been twisted into my back. This was my own mother, the person that's supposed to be supporting me and encouraging me. And now she's calling me a scammer. After she said that, I instantly went into a fit of anger. So he really explains what's going on. I couldn't hold back anymore. Fuck you, don't fucking talk to me. I yelled as I hung up the phone. So a lot of people would be like, oh, don't curse in your emails. But this is fitting for the story, so it works. Obviously you're not supposed to curse too much. It'll turn off a lot of people. I personally really don't care, but some people do. But this works. This right here, it works because it fits right into the story. So even somebody that might be that might be turned off by language like this, it's not really gonna trigger them because the story is so good. So I stormed out of my apartment and slammed the door on the way out. For the next hour, I walked around campus trying to calm myself down. I was steaming. Tears were coming down my face. I felt like I was trying so hard to make it, and here my mom was just shitting all over me. This happened nearly 10 years ago, and I still remember like it was yesterday. I remember the silver flip phone I was talking to her on. I remember the big cushy chair I was sitting on in our dimly lit living room when I was talking to her. I remember it all, and I still have a lot of anger towards my mom. Nowadays, she likes to brag about me and my success to her friends, but I still remember all the times she wasn't there for me, and especially the time she called me a scammer. This right here, a lot of people go through this. I would say, especially in the internet marketing niche, maybe even 25% have an exact story like this. 50% have some type of story like this. Okay, so this hits home for a lot of internet marketers and marketers online, and it's because this is not an uncommon occurrence with people that are close to you. I've learned over the years that sometimes the people closest to you will be the most discouraging of all. That could be your parents, your spouse, your friends, whatever. The people closest to you usually have a hard time seeing you for anything other than what you are right now. They don't believe you can be something more. If they're discouraging you or trying to hold you back, just know that's normal. I've dealt with it with my mother all my life, and I've finally come to understand that's just who she is. It really has nothing to do with me. She does it to everyone. Anyways, if you've ever gone through something like this with someone you're close to, just know I'm here. I'm right there with you. Take care and enjoy your Friday. So even with no pitch right here, I guarantee you this email right here is worth at least a couple $100,000 to Justin with the types of people that he talks to high-level business owners, 7-figure guys, 8-figure guys, 9-figure guys, and he is connecting on an empathetic level. He's connecting on a level that's way deeper than the average marketer. Okay, so he understands me, understands you, and that's what's going to get somebody to join your program, to join a high-ticket program, to attend your webinar, to work with you at a high level. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff that a lot of people, they don't talk about, but this right here, this email is gold. I'm sure it's going to make Justin hundreds of thousands of dollars, even without a pitch. Because if tomorrow, I'm sure he's going to pitch something, hey, go join my coaching program or whatever, and people are going to still be reeling from this email. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions, but great job by Justin.